Okay, is it visible to you now? Okay, okay. Okay, then have you tried for this example? Last one? How to find the factors for this d raised to 4 plus 16 equal to 0. This was homework for you. And I think these all were homeworks. So what are the roots for this? Tell me the answers. If you have solved. Minus 2. Yes, and? Okay, very good. Minus 2, minus 4. Next. Second. Minus 0.5. Yes. 0.2. Yes. Plus or minus. Yes. 1.8i. You are checking. 1.8. Okay, very good. All other are checking your answers. If something different, then you can tell me. Next one. Next, please. 2 and minus 2. Okay, 2 minus 2. Fourth. Minus 1.4. Yes. 0.7. Yes. Plus or minus 1.24i. Okay. And for this last one, fifth. Have you solved? No, ma'am. No. Okay, we'll try it. We'll wait for some more time so that all people can join. Okay, I'll start then till in between some people can join. So here, if we see if there is a negative sign, we are able to do that. Likewise, if the example is suppose d raised to 4 minus 16 is equal to 0, then we can write what? It is d raised to 4 minus, it is 2 raised to 4. Right? That is d square square. I told you yesterday itself, na? Huh? Is it okay? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Okay. If it is minus in between, then we can write d square square minus this is nothing but 2 square square, which is equal to 0. Or we can write 2 square instead 4 square. Right? It is now a square minus b square. And we know the formula a square minus b square. If there is minus, it is very easy. Then we can write what? A plus b into a minus b, it is equal to 0. And that's what we are getting. D square plus 4 is 0 and d square minus 4 is 0. That is d is plus minus 2i. Yesterday we have solved this and d is plus minus 2. In this case it is easier. But what was my question? D raised to 4 plus 16 is equal to 0. Right? So in this case I told you how to do that. You have to write, just see this, the highest degree term here is d raised to 4, which is a square of d square. Right? And the constant term, which is the square of 4. This is the term, right? This is a square plus b square. This is your a and this is your b. If you want to make it a perfect square, a square plus b square is there and there should be plus 2ab, right? So what I have to do is, this term I'm writing as it is, plus I should write now. What I should write? As we do not have any formula for plus directly. So if there are two terms which are squares of some numbers in addition, so we have to add their plus 2ab or minus 2ab, right? So what we do here is, we have to add 2ab. What is our a and what is our b? A is d square and b is 4. D square and 4 square. So we have to only 4. It is b square, so b is 4, right? So it is, just see this. This is a square, b square. So a is d square and b is 4. Right? So we have to add 2ab. That is 2 into 4 into d square. Right? As we have added, we have to subtract also the same term. That is equal to 0. Right? That is what we are getting. D square square plus 4 square plus 8d square minus 8d square is equal to 0. Okay, from the first three terms now. What is this? This is a square plus 2ab plus 4 bracket square. Very good. This is a plus b bracket square. So this is d square plus 4 bracket square minus, we have to write this also as a square. So which part square is this? It is d square. D square is nothing but d square. And as it is 8, what should I write here then? After taking square of that number, it should be 8. Meaning should not change. I have to write the remaining number as square of something. So d square, I can write d here and bracket square. So what can I write here so that it will be 8 after taking the square? Yes, it is root 8. Okay, so now what we are getting here is a square minus b square. This is your a, this is your b. A square minus b square is nothing but a plus b into a minus b. So what we can write next is a plus b in another bracket, a minus b equal to 0. Right, that is what, this is 0 and this is 0. That is d square plus root 8d is plus 4 is 0 and d square minus root 8d plus 4 is equal to 0. Now these equations are in square, so we can find out the roots. Go for that, find out the roots. Here are the equations. Press mode and go in the equations. So equation is at 1. So press 1. Then do not go for minus 1.4 plus or minus 1.4i. I'm writing. So a here is 1. B is root 8. So root 8. And C here is 4. 4 equals. So you have to check Ri for Ri. Yes, there is Ri, right? So whatever we are seeing is the real part. So roots are minus 1.414 and we have to find the imaginary part of the same, that is shift and equal. So we get same number with I plus 1.4142i. And the second root, next x2 is again minus 1.414, the same part, and there is also Ri, so shift and equal gives you minus 1.414i. So here it is minus the number plus minus the number into I. This is root for this. These are two roots. Now secondly, and find out for this.
0.4 plus or minus 1.4i.
Okay, very good. Just that minus sign will get removed and it is nothing but 1.414 plus minus 1.414i. Now, are you able to find if there is such number where we can adjust it in some square, try to adjust. Or if there is directly some formula like in minus a square minus b square, write down the formula or adjust it into a square. Okay. Then we'll go towards our theoretical part. The definition of the linear differential equations with constant coefficients. So the definition is a differential equation which contains the differential coefficient. It must have, we know that. A derivative must have a differential coefficient or we can call it as a derivative. And the dependent variable in the first degree does not involve the product of a derivative with another derivative or with dependent variable. And in which the coefficients are constant is called a linear differential equations with constant coefficients. Okay, what do I get from this is a differential equation which contains the derivative terms and dependent variable is in the first degree only. So degree of each term in the equation must be 1. But there is no restriction on the order. So order can be anything, but degree should be 1. Right? So in your equation, there can be a term of any order like d raised to n y upon dx raised to n. So order is n here, but if we check the degree, degree is 1. Right? So this power must be 1, it should not be 2 or 3. Right? So degree in the every case of linear differential is 1. Order can be anything. What is next? It does not involve the product of derivative with another derivative. Means what? Where two multiplication of two derivative terms should be avoided. Like in your equation, there will not be a term like dy by dx into d2y by dx square. In such case, what will happen is here degree is 1 and here degree is 1 and so that degree will become 2. So linear differential equations are those where multiplication of two derivative terms should be avoided. And next, okay, product of two derivatives should not be there and a derivative term multiplied with dependent variable. Multiplication of dependent variable with derivative terms, this should also be avoided. So what is the linear differential? Yes, yes.
नीट दिसत नाहीये हा टाईप हा आता दिसतंय
ओके. थोडस आडवं करून लिहू का असं चालते का? असं चालते का लिहिलं तर? एक आजचे दिवस ऍडजस्ट करा, बघूयात आपण मिळते काहीतरी सिस्टीम. ठीक आहे, ऍडजस्ट फॉर टुडे ओनली, विल गेट समथिंग. Or if in your village if there is a stand, please let me know. I will come and collect. Okay. So what I'm telling you, the two derivative term, multiplication of any two derivative term, it should not be there for linear differential equations. And a derivative term with dependent variable, multiplication of a derivative with dependent variable, this also should not be there. So if something like this is there, then it is not called a linear differential equation. So what is a linear differential equation then finally? Which will have the equation which will have the degree 1 and order can be anything, right? So suppose there is a term with order n and degree n. Okay, then the dependent variable and which coefficients are constant. So for this term there should be any constant term multiplied, say a naught. A naught is a constant. So there can be a term dn minus 1y upon dx raised to n minus 1. This is derivative with order n minus 1 but degree is 1 again. So this term can also be there with some constant coefficient, say a1. Plus there can be a term, next term d, n minus 2 derivative, and there can be some constant multiplied to that, plus so on up to a n y. Such form of the equation is called a LDE with constant coefficients. So are you getting now? In your equation, multiplication of two derivative terms should not be there. Multiplication of a derivative with dependent variable, it should not be there. It can be with independent variable, okay? But that form is also not we are considering. We are only considering with constant coefficients now, right? So a derivative term of any order but degree 1 and multipliers are constant. And as this is an equation, LDE, it is equal to some function of x, function of independent variable, of course, right? So this is the standard form. Where, how to solve this is, where we have to note that, where a naught, a1, an, these all are constants, right? And then to solve such equations, we have to put d by dx as capital D throughout your unit. So what will be your d? That d, what we were solving till now, that capital D, D. This is nothing but the derivative term in your equation. If it is d by dx, then d by dx. If it is d by dt, then d by dt. Okay, so call that d by dx as capital D so that your equation 1 becomes a naught into d raised to n, d by dx raised to n. So d raised to n y plus a1 d raised to n minus 1 y plus a2 d raised to n minus 2 y plus so on. There is no derivative term. So a and y is equal to f of x. Right? But if we'll check in the left hand side, in every term there is y. So y is common. So we can take out y and remaining things we can write a naught d raised to n plus a1 d raised to n minus 1 plus so on. Last but one term will be an minus 1d plus an y is equal to f of x. What I'm doing is just taking y outside. Yes. Yes, please go ahead.
Hello?
हाँ. समजतंय का तुम्हाला की काहीच नाही समजत आहे पूर्ण ब्लर होते आजच्या दिवस ऍडजस्ट करा ना थोडं समजून घ्या मी सांगते ना मिळेल आपल्याला सोमवारपर्यंत काहीतरी मी पण सोडतो हा थोडस तर समजतंय ना नाही ब्लर्सच बोलते मी की थोडं तरी म्हणजे असं दिसतंय का व्यवस्थित आजच्या दिवस समजण्यापुरतं कळतंय का आज आज तुम्ही आजच्या दिवस थोडा ऍडजस्ट करा बघतीये मी मी मध्ये थांबतीये सो दॅट ते काय ब्लर नाही होणार कारण मी लिहितीये कंटिन्युअसली आणि ते मोबाईल त्याच ऍडजस्ट करते बघूयात आपण okay this is what from this equation we have taken y out so this is now what is this if we neglect y for some time what is this is a polynomial in d right like what we can write 2d cube plus 3d square plus 4 right by substituting some values of n and some values of constants if we put then it will be a polynomial in d so for that whole equation I will call phi of d function of d I'm not using f because f is already used so I'm calling this as phi of d some function of d or some polynomial in d into y is equal to f of x. And what we have got here is a standard form of LDE with constant coefficients. That is, phi of dy is equal to f of x, where phi of d is nothing but a polynomial in D. Right? For example, we'll get to know this. So if there is a term like d cube y by dx cube plus 3 d2y by dx square plus 4y is equal to something, say 0. So how to solve such equations? Yes, it is a LDE because order is 3, 2 in this term, but degree in every case is 1, and multiplication with dependent variable is also avoided, and every derivative term is having multipliers constants, or dependent variable is also having multiplier constant, right? So to solve such equations, this is LD. So our first job is to put that d by dx as capital D, right? So put d by dx is capital D. So that equation becomes d cube y plus 3 square y plus 4y is equal to 0. But there y is common, so we can take that y out. So d cube plus 3d square plus 4y is equal to 0. Right? And if we'll compare with the standard form, that function in D, we are calling it as some polynomial in D or simply phi of D. Okay, into y is equal to some function of x. Getting? So this is the standard form of a LDE with constant coefficients. Any doubt in this? Please ask now. Should I move ahead? Okay. The next is then we have the standard form phi dy is equal to some function of x. This is our LDE, right? The standard form. And there are two types of LDE for our study. And actually there are two types, only two types. That is phi of dy is equal to 0. The first type is if your function is 0, and the second type is phi dy is equal to f of x, where this is non-zero. So two types of LDE. This is LDE with constant coefficient. This is the form. And there are two types of equations. Phi dy is equal to 0 and phi dy is equal to f of x. Right? So we'll go for the type 1 here, where we have to solve solution of phi dy equal to 0. So the first type we are going to see, if we have a equation phi dy equal to 0, how to solve it? We have to consider its auxiliary equation. So what is the auxiliary equation? Whatever is that phi d, a polynomial, we have to equate it to 0. Getting? Auxiliary equation is simply ignore y and write that phi d, the polynomial, equated to 0. Then find the values of d that are called roots, as we have did yesterday. Second degree, third degree, fourth degree, any type of polynomial we can solve, right? So find out the roots. So if m1, m2, so on, mn are the roots, if you have find, and there are n such roots, say, to this equation, then depending on the nature of the roots, I'm writing here, depending on the nature of the roots, there are 4 types of solution. nature of the roots. So there are 4 types of solutions. So case 1, if roots are real and different. So what is the first case is, if all these numbers are real and all are different from each other. That is what? Real means what? Okay, can you tell me what are the real numbers actually? This is my question to you now. What are the real numbers? Which numbers are we called real? Yes? Very good. The numbers except I in that, the all types of numbers are real numbers. So for example, there can be 0, there can be plus minus all terms, there can be square root terms, there can be e terms and every terms, but except the type this I, wherever there is I is nothing but root minus 1, right? Wherever there is I, will not call it as a real number. So all other numbers are real numbers, right? So now, if these all are real and different, means what? Yesterday, as we have seen, I'll take yesterday's paper. That. Okay, let me check here. Okay, this example we have discussed, d square plus 3d plus 2 equal to 0. So d is minus 2 and d is minus 1, right? Minus 2, minus 1, both are real numbers, right? And both are different from each other, right? In such cases, we are writing first type. And my second type is, if the roots are real and repeated, means what? We have seen this example where roots were minus 1 and minus 1. That is, root is real, of course, minus 1. But what happened is, it repeats twice. Okay? So first type, we are seeing the first type. If the roots are real and different, that is, let m1, m2, so on, mn are the roots which are all real and different. Then, okay, one more thing I forgot to tell you. Where we are calling d is d by dx. Okay, so our independent variable is x in this case and dependent is y. It is obvious we are taking dy by dx in consideration. That's why we are writing the solution. So solution can be written as y is equal to, listen properly. If m1, m2, mn are the roots, then each root we have to write in the power of e raised to m1 x. Give x to that m1 and multiply one constant c1. This is the first root solution. Secondly, plus m2 is second root. So that is c2 e raised to m2 x. Plus as such there are n roots. So we can write the solution cn e raised to mn x. Getting? Now, as this is the equation. These are the roots. Now, for example, same equation I'm taking. For example, solve d, I'm not writing d right now, d2y by dx square plus 3 dy by dx plus 2y is equal to 0. Such equations are there. So we have to put d by dx is capital D. That's what we are getting, d square y plus 3dy plus 2y equal to 0. Take y common. So d square plus 3d plus 2y is equal to 0. And now this is phi dy equal to 0 form. To solve such equations, we have to consider the auxiliary equation, that is phi d equal to 0. So this is our phi d now. So consider the auxiliary equation d square plus 3d plus 2 equal to 0. Right. Your next job is find out roots, that is find out the values of D, right? We yesterday have did that, so I'm writing directly values of D here are -2 and -1. So D is -1, -2. Okay, we are here. Just check the nature of these roots. These are real and different. And we know how to write the solution for real different roots. So that its solution will be y is equal to c1 e raised to -1 x plus c2 e raised to -2 x. Done. This is your answer. Now are you getting? Okay, good. So can I ask you one question to solve? Please solve. Second one I'm writing and then we'll move to the next case. I know I can see it's shivering like anything, but you should try for at least for today till I'm getting stand. Please solve d square minus 4d plus 3y is equal to 0. We can directly get such equations now in capital D itself. No need to put something. So this is your 5D. Take it, find roots and tell me the solution. Yes. 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 C1
e raised to x
is to x, okay,
plus
plus C2 e raised to
3x.
3x. Okay. Are you able to get everyone out there? Are you able to get the same answer? The first thing is you have to write its auxiliary equation step by step. That is d square minus 4d plus 3 equal to 0. Right? Then get this equation in your calculator and solve for d. So d will get, without calculator I can do that. 3 in -4 I can write d minus 3 and d minus 1. So d is 1 and 3. You can also check on calculator if you want. Check first. See the roots. They are 1 and 3. And if I check the nature, both are real and both are different. So I can write the solution as c1 e raised to first root x, c1 e raised to 1x plus c2 e raised to 3x. Okay, done. Then we'll move to the case number 2. Have you written case or type? Yes, case. Case 1 is done. Secondly, case 2. Case 2 is if the roots are real and repeated. That is what we can say here. We know. I'm writing again. Okay, M1, M2, M3. These are up to Mn are the roots, as we already have written. These are the roots. But if we'll check, and we can see there are roots which is repeating twice. So M1 we can say same as M2 in this case, and all other are different. We can say if all other are different, and M1 is same as M2. So in such case, how to write the solution? M3 and these are the roots. So if it is repeating twice, so how can you write the solution is, if it is not repeating, we have to write one constant. If it is all different, not repeating, then we are giving one constant to everyone and they are in the power of e separately. But what is the case now? M1 and M2 both are same. So we are not going to repeat e raised to M1, e raised to M1 again. As M1 is same as M2, right? So as these are repeating, we have to write C1 plus C2x, not just C1 plus C2, linear term in constants. So C1 plus C2x into e raised to m1x or e raised to m2x, both are same. And as beyond that, all are real and different, just first two are repeated. So we can give next constant, that is C3 e raised to m3x plus so on Cn e raised to mnx. Okay, forget that. Just remember, if repeating twice, we have to collect the two constants together with x to 1. Also we can write what? This is similar, huh? C1x plus C2, no doubt. Give x to any constant. Either give it to C2 or give it to C1. No problem. So secondly, we can write this also. Next is, if M1 is same as M2 is same as M3, means what? Roots are repeating 3 times. Then how will you write the solution? Is there anyone out who can tell me the solution? If repeating twice, I have written C1 plus C2x. Yes, go ahead.
1 plus C2x plus C3x square.
Very good. C1 plus C2x plus next C3, but x is already done. The one more x, that is C3x square into e raised to m1 or m2 or m3, all are same. And beyond that, we know every term will get separate constant, so I'm not going to write. Next is, if m1, m2, m3, m4, all the four roots are same. If it is fourth order and all four roots are same, so how to write the equation or solution? As repeating 4 times, there should be 4 constants and equation will be in cube. Chalo, come on. C1 plus C2 x plus
C3x
x
square
square plus
4x cube plus
x cube. 4 constants will get collected into e raised to m1, m2, m3, m4, all are same. With that x, e raised to mx. Okay, and so on. You can collect any number of times. For example, solve d cube y by dx cube I will wait for 2 more minutes and then we'll start till people are joining back. Till then, I'll write here a question for you. You can solve that. D cube y by dx cube minus 3 d2y by dx square plus 3 dy by dx minus y is equal to 0. So your first job is to write d by dx as capital D. So your equation will be d cube minus 3d square plus 3d minus 1 and y common, which is equal to 0. So finally, we'll consider the auxiliary equation d cube minus 3d square plus 3d minus 1 is equal to 0. Find out D. Use your calculator and find out the values of D. Degree is 3 now. So A is 1, B is minus 3, C is 3, and D is minus 1. So we are getting X, nothing but D here. So D is 1 and there is no Ri. So it is 1, 1 and next root. So we are getting A again. So we are getting 1 only on your calculator. So what is that? Only 1 is the root? A root is... Okay, very good. As it is cubic equation, as power is 3 and Calci is showing only 1, so this only is repeating thrice. So your roots are 1, 1, 1. So can you please tell me the solution now?
Plus C2x plus C3x square.
Yes, very good. C1 plus C2x plus C3x square into e raised to 1x. E raised to x. Very good. Just check the nature. Real and repeated. Repeated 3 times. So 3 constant must get collected. First constant, then second is having x, third is having x square. Complete the bracket and e raised to that root x. Good. I'll take one more example on this for you and then we'll move to the next case. So solve d square plus 4d plus 4y is equal to 0.
Y is equal to C1 plus C2x e raised to minus 2x.
C1 plus C2x into e raised to minus 2x. So first of all, yes, first of all, write properly the auxiliary equation, that is d square plus 4d plus 4 is 0. That's what d is. What are d's? Calci is showing again only minus 2. But the power of the equation degree is 2, so we have to write it twice. So minus 2, minus 2. That's what y is c1 plus c2x, as repeating 2 times. 2 constants will be there. 1 and second will have x and into e raised to that root x. Then everyone out there, have you done? Okay, the next type then. All the examples related to this will take after all the cases have discussed. There are 4 cases. So these are 2 cases we have discussed. So next case, if should I take one more example? Okay, we'll take examples later. No problem. Case number 3. If roots are imaginary. What is imaginary? Complex. And what is the form? That is, if the root is alpha plus minus I beta, and whenever there is an imaginary number, it is always with a plus minus. It is never with 2 plus 3i. It is always 2 plus minus 3i. They are conjugate pair together. So if alpha plus minus I beta is the root, then solution y can be written as that alpha is called a real part of complex number and beta is called imaginary part of complex number. right? So the solution then is written as y is whatever is the real part, alpha. Alpha is the real part. Write it in the power of e, that is e raised to alpha x. Then, as there are two roots, combination is of two roots. So there must be two constants. As we have seen, every root will have one constant. So we are writing it together as plus minus. So we are writing here also it together. So how can I write this is e raised to real part x c1 cos beta x. Beta is the imaginary part plus c2 sin beta x. Are you getting? So in such case, we can write e raised to alpha x in bracket c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x. Okay. Now the question. The question is only yesterday's question I'll take, where we have seen imaginary root. So this is the question. Solve d2y by dx square plus 2 dy by dx plus 5y is equal to 0. So first thing is write d by dx as capital D. So we get the equation d square plus 2d plus 5y is equal to 0. Then write its auxiliary equation d square plus 2d plus 5 equal to 0. And find out the roots now. Yes. 1 minus 1. Yesterday we have solved it. Yes, right? So minus, yes. So d is minus 1 plus minus 2i. You can check on your calculator right now if you want. So roots are minus 1 plus minus 2i. And then this number is not a real now. This number is a imaginary number. And what is the real part? That is alpha. And this is beta. That is with I is called imaginary part. We call it as beta. And the rest part is real. That is called alpha. So y in this case can be written as, how to write solution? Yes, yes, e raised to alpha x. Alpha is a minus 1. E raised to minus 1 x. Yes, and into bracket c1 cos beta. Beta is 2x plus c2 sin 2x. Very good. This will be the solution. So just remember there are only two types, if the roots are real and if the roots are imaginary. If the roots are real, then everyone is having separate constant. If all are different, and everyone will go to the power of e with x. And if repeat, we just collect the constant, same thing. And second part is if imaginary, just remember this e raised to alpha x c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x. Okay, we'll take one more example for you. So solve, that is having imaginary roots. So solve d square plus say 16 y is equal to 0.
Y is equal to e raised to
First of all, tell me roots. Roots are d is equal to 0
4i.
plus minus 4i. Everyone getting the same roots? Yes, plus minus 4i. So if we compare, alpha is 0 and beta is 4. That's what we'll write the answer as. Bola. 0x. That is nothing but 1. And we cannot write that. It is okay that we cannot write. E raised to 0x into c1 cos 4x plus c2 sin 4x. or simply C1 cos 4x plus C2 sin 4x. E raised to 0x is 1. So getting now the third time, and we have some time more with us. So we'll take fourth type also, and from tomorrow onwards or for next lecture onwards, we'll solve more examples on that. Any doubt up to this? Okay. So next is case 4. If roots are imaginary, what is the type remained? Imaginary and repeated. Very good. As real and repeated we have seen. Next is imaginary and repeated. That is what if we have solved and we get the roots alpha plus minus I beta and alpha plus minus I beta 2 times. Right? Actually what is happening here is alpha plus I beta, alpha plus I beta. Repeating twice, and alpha minus I beta, alpha minus I beta. 2 different roots repeating twice. So how to write the solution in this case is y is equal to, in both the case alpha is the real part and beta is the imaginary part, right? So this part will not change, e raised to alpha x will be as it is. So can you tell me where it will change? As you can take the reference from real and repeated. So in case of imaginary, very good. As we have written C1 cos beta x, C2 sin beta x, right? We have changed in real case also. If repeated, we have written C1 plus C2x. So in imaginary case also, that C1 will get replaced by C1 plus C2x as repeated twice. Okay. But here we have used C2. So here it will be next constant. C3 plus C4x. So everywhere, wherever is the constant, it will get repeated twice. So C1 plus C2x into cos beta x plus C1 C2 used. So next constant C3 plus C4x sin beta x. And if 3 times, if it is repeated 3 times, then how can you write the solution? Y is e raised to alpha x. Yes, C1 plus C2x plus C3x square. Wherever is constant, there will be collection of 3 constants into cos beta x plus, next term, yes, C up to C3 used. So you have to use next constant C4 plus C5 x plus C6 x square into sine beta x. Okay. So one more important note I must tell you here. You should remember always the order of differential equation. Order means in your calculus you are putting that degree, highest power of d. Order of the differential equation is same as number of roots to that equation. Is it so? If it is d square, equation is d square equation, then it has 2 roots. If equation is cubic, it has 3 roots. If equation is of fourth, then it is having 4 roots likewise. So order of the differential equation is same as the number of roots and is same as the number of constants in your solution. These must get matched. Always remember. So I'll take one example only and then we'll stop. Imaginary and repeated type, we'll take one. So run this. Solve. D raised to 4 plus 2d square plus 1 y is equal to 0. So how do you solve this? First of all, write the auxiliary equation. D raised to 4 plus 2d square plus 1 is equal to 0. Then, as all are plus, so we cannot use anything. We can just try. Okay, if we'll try the synthetic division, and if it is not having a real root, synthetic division will never show you the root. Remember, if it is not having real root, if it is having imaginary root, and synthetic division, in synthetic we are not taking imaginary root, we are talking only about real roots. So first thing is, fourth, we cannot solve on calculator also. Synthetic division is also not useful. So in this case, we have to see, is there some square term, or is there some cubic term, or something like we can solve this. So if we'll check, for this, we'll check the highest order term and the lowest order term first. So the highest order term is the square of d square, right? And the lowest order term is the square of 1. And for the perfect square, this is a square, this is b square. We are not seeing this, okay? I have just seen the highest and lowest. Remaining thing I am not taking into consideration. So highest is d square square, lowest is 1 square. To make it perfect square, we need 2ab. So 2d square into 1, that is 2d square, equal to 0. But actually the term is similar to this. Both are same. So this is the square of d square plus 1 bracket square. This d square plus 1 bracket square, as we have added plus 2ab. And once added, if we have added this and if we check that both are same, that means this is the perfect square. Whatever is given is this d square plus 1 whole square, right? And to solve this, we can write d square plus 1 is 0 and d square plus 1 is 0, as square means twice. So solving this, we'll get d square is minus 1. And taking square root on both sides, we'll get d is plus minus I and plus minus I. Same number, same imaginary number, repeating twice. There are 4 such roots. Order was 4, roots are 4. So there should be 4 constants in your solution. So your solution will be, what is the real part here? This is of the type 0 plus minus I. What is the real part? 0, and imaginary part is 1. So we can write e raised to 0x into, repeating twice. So we have to collect C1 plus C2x into cos beta, beta is 1, plus C3 plus C4x into sin beta x, sin x. So this is your answer. Okay, I'll let you with one exercise. Solve this, or try to solve this. If not, we'll solve it in tomorrow's or in next lecture. D raised to 4 minus 5d square plus 12d plus 28y is equal to 0. With this, we'll say bye-bye today and we'll meet in the next lecture. Thank you.